It's easy to tell when someone moves up from middle class when you know the signs. You see, it's not just about the bank balance, it's a complete overhaul of your life's blueprint. Here are 10 clear signs you're moving from middle class to wealth. Welcome to Alux. First up, you've got disposable cash that has no purpose. One of the early signs of transitioning toward wealth is the amount of disposable cash you've got lying around that has not yet been assigned to a job. Your safety net is secured, your emergency fund is secured, your investment fund is up and running, and now all that extra money you make just sits there waiting. You've got no pressure to make use of it, and you're just looking for a good opportunity. And you see, good opportunities always come by, but the problem is most people don't have the means to take advantage of them. You make more from assets than from your job. Reaching a stage where your assets bring in more income than your day job is the first sign of wealth. This is a fundamental change in how you generate your income. Investments like real estate, stocks, or a side business start working for you. It's this moment when you realize that your money can effectively make you more money, breaking the traditional time for money trade-off. This is when financial freedom stops being a dream and starts becoming a reality. It's a liberating feeling knowing that you're not solely dependent on your job for financial security. This independence is what sets the wealthy apart from the middle class. Money is no longer an emotional trigger. Here's something that happens when you start moving away from the middle class toward wealth. Money stops being a source of stress. You begin to see it as a tool, not a daily worry. In the middle-class mindset, money often feels like a constant challenge, paying bills, saving for the future, stretching each paycheck. But as you accumulate wealth, your perspective shifts. You start to manage money instead of money managing you. It's no longer about scraping by, but about making strategic decisions for growth and stability. This change in viewpoint brings a sense of calm and control. You make financial decisions based on strategy, not survival. It's a significant shift from being reactive about finances to being proactive. This newfound peace of mind is one of the real luxuries of becoming wealthier. You prioritize time over money. Initially, most people trade their time for money, working hours for a paycheck. However, the wealthy understand that time is the ultimate limited resource, far more valuable than money. You begin to focus on how to best leverage your time for maximum impact and return. This might mean delegating tasks, investing in systems that save time, or simply choosing activities that align with your long-term goals. It's about optimizing your life to ensure that every hour is spent contributing to your growth, happiness, and success. This change is profound. It's not merely about seeking financial gains, but about crafting a life where time is spent enriching your life and the lives of those around you. The realization that time, not money, is the key to a fulfilling life is a true indicator of moving from middle class to wealthy. You have more confidence in financial decisions. In the early stages, financial choices often feel daunting and uncertain. There's a reliance on conventional wisdom or the advice of others, and each decision carries the weight of potential risk. However, as your wealth grows, so does your financial acumen. You've already seen the outcomes of various decisions, learned from successes and failures, and gained a deeper understanding of the financial world. This experience breeds confidence. You start to trust your own judgment and become more comfortable navigating complex financial landscapes. And you can tell a lot by how comfortable someone is in their financial decisions. You work more for yourself and less for others. One of the clearest signs you're moving from middle class to wealthy is the shift in your work focus. You start working more for yourself and less for other people. In the middle class mindset, you're often working to fulfill someone else's vision or goals, typically in a traditional job setting. As you accumulate wealth, there's a transition toward creating and working on your own projects and businesses. This shift represents a significant change in autonomy and control over your professional life. It's about taking charge, being the one making the key decisions, and steering the direction of your work. You're no longer just a cog in the machine, you become the architect of your own professional destiny. This move towards self-driven work is not just about financial independence, but also about personal fulfillment. There's a deeper sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that comes from building something of your own, from seeing your ideas and hard work manifest into something tangible and successful. You make better lifestyle choices. As you transition from the middle class to a wealthier status, there's a noticeable shift in the lifestyle choices that you make. You start to make decisions that align more closely with your long-term well-being and happiness. For instance, you might choose a home and a location that offers a better quality of life, even if it's not the most prestigious. Your purchases become more thoughtful. You buy things for their durability, usefulness, or the joy they bring, rather than for status. You start investing in experiences that enrich your life, like travel or learning new skills instead of accumulating more possessions. These better lifestyle choices reflect a deeper understanding that true wealth isn't just about monetary abundance, but about living a life that is rich in experiences, health, and personal growth. It's about using your wealth to create a life that resonates with your personal values, one where every aspect, from where you live to how you spend your leisure time, contributes to a more fulfilling existence. Long-term takes on a whole different meaning. When you transition from middle class to wealth, long-term means decades, not months or years. And this shift in the perception of time becomes possible only after you've seen it work before. You've built your assets, you've seen them grow, and you know what time can do if used properly. And now you have the added advantage of patience and stability. When you're not forced to make decisions that you don't want to make, you've got the space to make only the ones that really matter. You can afford to invest a lot of resources in something that's meant to last decades when you know you're not going to be needing those resources anytime soon. Your network changes. As you progress from the middle class toward greater wealth, one significant change is the role of your network. For most people, their network is a group of friends they hang out with after work. But for you, your network becomes a group of individuals with immense leverage and insight, and this network greatly speeds up any new project you might want to try. And that's just the honest reality. Money might make the world go round, but it's the people that dictate in which way it's gonna turn. And number 10, increased focus on health and wellness. As your financial situation improves, you start to see health and wellness as investments rather than obligations. This shift in perspective means prioritizing activities like regular exercise, choosing healthier food options, and even indulging in wellness retreats or personal trainers. This change is about understanding that your greatest asset is not your bank account, but it's your mind and your body. Wealth provides the resources to make the best choices for your health. But the decision to prioritize your well-being reflects a deeper appreciation of how integral health is to a fulfilling and prosperous life. It's a sign that you're not just growing richer in monetary terms, but also richer in life quality. And of course, we've got a bonus for those of you who stick with us until the very end, and that is, you become a master at self-discipline. You see, motivation and self-discipline have the same purpose, to make you do something. But if motivation is like a gust of wind in your sails, discipline is more like how long you can keep rowing after that wind dies out. And you know, real talk here, we have yet to meet anyone who relies on motivation alone because motivation is way too fickle. It is not reliable for the long run. You can motivate yourself and you can motivate others for a relatively short burst of energy. But watching a motivational video once isn't gonna make you hit the gym daily for the next 12 months, okay? It's just not how it works. The only way to be consistent at something is to be disciplined. And it's a clear sign you're making significant progress when discipline becomes second nature. We hope you learned something valuable here today, Aluxer. We'll see you back here next time. Take care.